Paul for three. Got it. Paul weaving through traffic. Let's call it a pass. Ayton with 10 points. Little bully ball on Schroeder, his former teammate, and gets the propitious roll. Team him over to Chris Paul, guarded by Kuzma. Tough shot by Paul. Wow!
One for Schroeder, 14 points on 5 of 7 shooting.
Halfway down that lane, there's Chris Paul.
Just give it right back. So Ayton on the other end gets the steal. Here's Paul now. He'll pull the mid-range. Paul, there's suction on the board. Typically, throughout the regular season, the Suns at a very slow pace. Obviously, Chris Paul makes... Suns down a pair at a 1-point lead in the quarter break. As 10 of that first quarter, Lakers have opened up a 5-point lead. It's a 5-0 run. Chris Paul looking for the lob, and Ayton. 7th Phoenix turnover. Suns protect the ball very well.
So, just going right at, using their speed as Paul gets to the mid-range.
Defense, offensively.
Third foul on Kuzma. Chris Paul falling away, rolls around and drops through. Paul on the drive, goes to the rim, left-handed, flips it up off the glass. Reasons why Phoenix had the second best record in the NBA by what they're doing here in the second half. Chris Paul knocks it in, and Paul looking. Paul driving, falling away. It's good. Chris Paul once.
Well, they've done it without Chris Paul scoring. Gets the look at the three. Yes!
Shot down to 3. Dancing. 15-footer Chris Paul. He's one of the... Chris Paul with a couple fouls. 0 of 2 so far. He'll dance. Dart.
Shot right. And right now, Phoenix can't be complacent. You've dominated this game, had a great first half, but you have to complete the game here.
Trying to gash what he can. Into the paint. And underneath Ayton kicks it back out for Paul. Shot clock at 6. Mid-money shot.
Everyone's being inspected. How they've gotten into this, back into this game.
Chris Paul in the shooting with the hesitation and the spins the tempo.
Just controls the tempo, gets everything, gets them in their sets, gets a good shot attempt every time.
With the ball, scoreless so far. They go inside. Charles Blake, cut well, fell hard. Chris Paul's got 6 assists so far with Johnson and the crafty Paul. Chris Paul back in, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Switch on defense, works on Green. Contest has gone 6 of 13, he's got 15 points. Paul and Porter. And it's Porter.
Two veterans blowing at one another right here. Chris Paul.
There's a score like Bridges is in right now. Paul got the screen, finds an open lane. For the Nuggets, the Vanny averaged 12 in the playoff series against Portland. Paul, such pitching.
For Porter Jr.
Weaving is Paul over Campazzo.
How good is that? And we saw that.
Here comes Paul. Look away! Sledgehammer!
Remember, they were a +10 in the third quarter of game 1.
Oh, up high and down hard. Green. Paul gets rattles one home. 8 for Paul, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. It's Chris Paul. Defended by Porter.
And that's the switch he will always create.
He'll pass. With a great feet inside the crowd.
For game 3 when this shifts back to Denver.
Chris Paul's got 14 points. Another 3.
Look, Chris Paul and this Phoenix Suns team is coming right back at you.
And connecting to guide the rebound over to Crowder. Here's Paul left alone. Connects on a 3. Cut it to 4. Paul gets the roll. And the Suns have matched their largest lead of the night. It's ballooned back to 13.
Mistake and gets the offensive foul.
Here is Paul. His pull-up is good. Rainbow delivery. Gives it up. 7 to shoot. Chris Paul in the mid-range. You know it. Paul again in the mid-range. Just dancing out there.
It's lethal.
19 points for Paul. Here is Paul. The pull-up is good.
That is just not a way to guard Chris Paul. They won every time.
Paul again. The mid-range maestro.
I'm trying to tell you. You don't want to guard Chris Paul that way.
5 to shoot. Bridges gives it back.
Look at that ball.
Paul alone. You bet.
Yeah, that's
44% from three, just under 90% from the line, and here he goes, mid-range shot again. Paul trying to punch it down low. Jokic comes out on him, shot clock at 1, he's got to fire. Two screens, Paul ready to fire. Paul, he cannot miss.
To take him out the game and those guys would play.
Look at that play, look at that play.
No.
He is a magician. Chris Paul. Screen. Paul sets, fires. Nasty defense on the steal. Here comes Chris Paul the other way. But the Bridges got it, and they get two the other way. And the Suns are on top now.
Game 1 and just 9 turnovers in game 2, the Clippers. That's without a guy that normally is key for that. Oh, Cam Johnson up and under. Beautiful move. Plummeted since the opening minutes. Both teams under 40% from the field. Chris Paul pulls up, nails it.
At home.
Bridges fakes. Shot clock at 3. Bridges back out to Paul. Paul from the elbow. Got it. 4 to shoot for Paul. Tries a three-pointer. That's good. Chris Paul steps up. Three-pointer is good. Picks him to help. Easy drop-off pass. Chris Paul finds some room. Knocks down the shot.
Well, better have somebody or people like both these teams do to bail you out of tough spots.
Oh, ball chipped in. I think it was Dean.
But Mike, if you went through the 19, you would say all 19 are good.
Yeah, great looks as Ayton with that sprained knee. Chris Paul lost it momentarily, gets it back, knocks down the jumper.
And to me, Chris Paul's got to be more aggressive. He's getting...
Chris Paul jump shot, got it.
That's the shot that's there all night long for Chris Paul.
Paul scoots inside between the legs, backing away, knocks it down. Oh, sweet move. Chris Paul on the drive. Paul throws it up for Ayton. He throws it down.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Back to you, Mike.
Rachel, Chris Paul drills the jumper after.
They're not going to win if he's not playing at a high level. Not in this series. Chris Paul.
Everybody's been yelling at Courtney Durden.
Chris Paul gets inside, scoots left, shot is good. Gets the foul. Morris picks up Chris Paul. Paul, crossover, got it. Paul has to hoist up the three-pointer, rattles it in. Chris Paul once again from downtown.
On the offensive end, no doubt about it.
It's only the 7th game in the playoffs he's played as Chris Paul hits that mid-range jumper.
Range jumpers when the 3 wasn't working for him, now in rhythm.
Chris Paul in much better rhythm.
It's just the way the society is.
No, but why would you go on there if you know it's 90% negative as Paul hits a mid-ranger?
Paul gets in the paint, floats it up, shot is good. Chris Paul able to knock it down. He's got one with Cousins. Shot clock at 7. Paul, little shake and bake, drives past him, left-handed layup, it's good. Paul with 4 to shoot. Paul puts up a 3, puts it in. Chris Paul from downtown. Inside. Looks back, nobody near him. Hits the jumper. 26 for Paul, the lead up to 8. There's the screen set by 8. Paul, pull-up jumper. Puts it in. Chris Paul does it again. Paul step back three-pointer. Puts it in and the foul. Chance for a 4-point plus.
That half court talking to the fans.
Paul for 3, puts it in. 118-92, the Suns have blown. For a team making the finals after missing the playoffs for 10 years or more. Paul putting on the finishing touches. And then they added Chris Paul and Jay Crowder. And this has been a dream season for the Phoenix Suns. And it's not over. He's emptying the benches. So much emotion for Chris Paul. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame someday. And now he's going to be able to.
In the game, one of the more unheralded big-time players in the NBA. Chris Paul, clean look for three. Because of his stretches, he does exactly that. He plays so hard, he gets fatigued with Paul knocks down. Chris Paul loves that spot. He rattles it home. Portis on him once again.
And they've gone back to switching with Lopez out.
Paul on the drive. Layup is good. And it's simple options. Set the screen and roll. Cross the switch. Get out of my way. Paul for three. Bang! Paul on the drive. Draws the contact.
Paul gets away from Holiday. It's a wide open shot.
Makes them. 3 for 11. I mean, he's getting good looks.
Chris Paul knocks down the shot.
They gotta shoot the ball better. They're playing hard. They're getting good shots.
Chris Paul knocks it down. Crowder. Tucker thought he was fouled. Here's Chris Paul. Bumps into Holiday. A little push shot is good. Here's Chris Paul. Off balance shot's good. And the foul. Surrounded by defender.
Getting him an ISO and allowing him to be aggressive.
Connaughton trying to play aggressively on Chris Paul. Falling away from the baseline. Chris Paul finds some room, and Paul off to an excellent start.
Nonsense. All he's ever done is win. He is an outstanding coach.
Meanwhile, Paul knocks that down. 7 to shoot. Paul the crossover, falling away, shots up and good. That's just a sensational
come
shot.
on. All I know is everything he does reeks of professionalism and winning. And this is where Chris Paul is.
Chris Paul. As soon as Booker sits down, he goes and looks for his offense. Back-to-back buckets for Paul. But on right to Chris Paul. Paul gets inside, short jumper. That time gets the bounce. 2 for 2. Mama Holiday. Game 4 was just 4 of 20. Chris Paul, little floater. Holiday continues to pick up Paul early. Left wide open. Three-pointer is good. Bobby Portis trying to stay with Chris Paul. Paul finds some room, shoots over him and drops it in. Booker drives on Connaughton, kicks it out Bridges, up top Crowder. Paul top of the key, fires a three, it's good.
They're getting into too many long, drawn-out ISOs.
Chris Paul gets inside, banks it home, and the Suns have come under 3 minutes remaining. DeAndre Ayton is limping up the court. Chris Paul the fake, pulls up, jump shot from Paul is good. Lead back up.
Middleton's having a little bit of trouble getting going.
Chris Paul knocks down another 13.
Miss his share of those at the rim. He's going to capitalize and dominate.
Chris Paul comes right back, knocks it down. Bucket to put the Bucks up by 3. Paul the floater and the foul. Booker and Paul. Paul step back, shoots over Giannis and rattles it home. Clutch shot from Chris Paul.